Yeah.
So I'm gonna light up my charcoal and then we'll wait a couple minutes. It's 9:01 on my time. But we'll get this going.
Put my butt up.
I am getting these going. Maybe I'll bring it over here. So if you haven't ever lit one of these, you kind of have to hold it.
Hurt
These charcoals. See how it starts to spark?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wait. And then you'll get red sparkles in it. You gotta keep it going. Apparently, you know those hookah stores?
Yep.
Apparently you can get these in flavors.
Ooh.
Like they'll smell like grape and stuff. I don't know about that though. That's all like unnatural.
Yeah. That's a chemical, right?
Yeah. Oh, where's my herbs? I'm gonna put some herbs in here.
My gratitude reminder.
There we go. Oh, it's been so moist here. I just moved my brick, and as soon as I touched it, like cracked. There we go. I'm getting some burning. Don't go out. Okay, welcome. I got charcoals on my hand. Gotta be careful. You don't want to light my fingertip on fire. And there's nothing coming out yet, just the tiniest stream. So I'm gonna cheat. Light this baby off my candle. I always like to have the 5 elements with me when I do magic. There we go. Let's see if that gets going. I hope you have a drink and a food item. There we go. That's better. Okay. Just so you see it, look at that. So I put some blessing blend in here. So some of the things that I like to do is make incense. And when my husband does his cutting of the wood, I collect the sawdust. And I use the sawdust and make incense out of it. And it's so fun to burn. It burns good on the charcoal. You can soak it in oils. I even add color to it. And then I add it to different herbs and stuff. So it's pretty cool stuff. When I make a lot of my spell mixes, I'll add that. I don't know if you can see this one here. So this one, whenever I call for blessings, I like to use the color blue. Jasmine's a really good herb to use because it grants wishes. So this month is about wishes. So thank you for joining the October Magic. Let's get started. First, while my cauldron is burning, I'm going to cast a circle. Are you ready? And if you want to join me to cast a circle, feel free, of course. In this place, the circles round, we consecrate the sacred ground. With golden light the space surround, all power here contained and bound. From the earth, the things that manifest. From the east, the things of mind. From fire, the things that motivate. And water, the souls refined. And yet no place or time there be between the worlds, our words and we. Ancient ones, come and see, our space is sealed, so mote it be. I, Georgina, daughter of the Shining Ones, raise the creature of earth, to bring forth the stability and strength of our ancestors. North, the earth, the wind, the rain, assist us now upon the earth plane. I, Georgina, daughter of the Shining Ones, raise the creature of air, to bring forth the wisdom and knowledge of our ancestors. East, the sun, the wisdom, the sight, assist us now in the sacred rite. I, Georgina, daughter of the Shining Ones, raise the creature of fire, to bring forth the power and passion of our ancestors. South, the fire, the passion, the gift, assist us now with an energy lift. I, Georgina, daughter of the Shining Ones, raise the creature of water, to bring forth the love and intuition of our ancestors. West, we open the gate swing wide, we seek the answers that lie inside. I, Georgina, daughter of the Shining Ones, raise the essence of spirit, to bring forth communion with the positive forces of the universe. And we thank you. I have goosebumps everywhere. So let's call in the God and the Goddess. And as we do that, make sure you breathe through your mouth. Make sure your feet are flat. And just listen to it. When we call in the God, we are calling in our divine protection. And we're calling in the instincts that we all have to be fine-tuned and connected to our intuition, so that we can have our higher self and our physical self work together. And so that when we are triggered, we're triggered with divine guidance and solutions, and that we're protected from anything negative. And because this is the blood moon, it is so important for us to get protected. The veils are thin, but within those veils, there is a lot of spirit. There's spirits of so many different realms, cultures, things that people create. Imagine every negative thing a negative spirit, because every negative thing has a spirit. So blood moon, I can't wait to tell you about it. So I want you to just breathe through your mouth and let yourself hear the charge of the God go through you. And then we'll do the same for the God. And unfortunately, Brett's not here. We need more men. So we'll do the charge of the God. Okay. God and Goddess, Lord and Lady, Father and Mother of all life, we present ourselves, our altars, and our tools for your approval. And we ask that it's used in your service. Dear Lord and Consort of Our Lady, we open our arms, minds, and hearts to you. All power is yours, Great Father. As we ask for you to join us, send us your love, your guidance, and your blessings. Be with us, Lord of solar gold. Welcome and blessed be. We call forth the spirit of all beasts that are wild and free. He who runs with a stag and soars as a sacred falcon in the sky. Ancient woods and wild places emanate his power. The birds of air sing his tune. He has 1,000 names, and by all names he is the same. He is a warrior of the heart and spirit. He is the spark of life, the radiant sun, the giver of peace, trust, and rest. He sends his rays and blessings to the warmth of our hearts and strengthens our minds to the power of the God, so mote it be. Dear Lady of the Night, we open our arms, minds, and hearts to you. All power is yours, Earth Mother, as we ask for you to join us. Send us your love, your guidance, and your blessings. Be with us, Lady of Lunar Silver, welcome and blessed be. Our Lady, Great Mother, Mother of us all, bringer of life and love, bearer of all fruitfulness, we invoke you and call upon you to descend and speak to us. Hear the words of the star goddess. She is the dust of whose feet are the hosts of heaven and whose body encircles the universe. I, who am the beauty of the green earth, and the white moon upon the stars, and the mystery of the waters, and the desire and heart of man. I call unto thy soul. Arise and come to me, for I am the soul of nature who gives life to the universe. From me all things proceed, and unto me all things must return. And before my face, beloved of all things, beloved of the gods and of men, let thine innermost divine self be enfolded in the rapture of the infinite. Let my worship be in the heart that rejoices. For behold, all acts of love and pleasure are my rituals. And therefore let there be beauty and strength, power and compassion, honor and humility, mirth and reverence within you. And thou who thinkest to seek for me, know thy seeking and yearning shall avail thee not unless you know the mystery, that if that which you seek, you find it not within thee, then thou wilt never find it without thee. For behold, I've been with you from the beginning, and I am that which is attained at the end of desire. Know that together with my Lord, I weave the web of life for each and every one of you. I am the beginning and at the end of life and time. I am Maiden Mother Crone. Wherever you may be, if you need me, call upon me and I will be there. For I live within each and every one of you. I am life and I am love. Be true to me and I will always be true to you. Harm none and love all, so mote it be. Ah. It's so emotional. One thing I love about the blood moon is that it's known that the blood moon invented the word blessings. The word blessings in the ancient days meant blood. And the blood moon is a time where we are harvesting, but the hunting begins. And this hunting takes place in all the realms. Transformation of spirit, from the spirits that are walking this world, transforming and going into the spirit world, to spirit animals. Some spirits that are in this realm turn into our spirit guides. So it is important for us to let ourselves honor what comes through and what we feel. This is a moon of sacrifice. In the old days, before they ate, they would sprinkle blood on the table to bless it, to give thanks to the universe that it provided. And there's a lot of other cultures, but I want to get into what the blue moon or the blood moon is actually all about. Oh, like taking a drink. So the October full moon. The full moon of October is when the gathering of meat for the families used to take place. They would preserve it. They would make beef jerky. I have been craving beef jerky. I haven't had it for so long. Either way. It actually was also known as the hunter's moon, the shedding moon, the falling leaf moon, and it represents the blood moon, which means the blessing moon, the moon that blesses. So blessings actually, like I said, was a word of the word for blood. But what I love about October and the blood moon up until the blue moon that's taking place is the falling leaves. And in the old days, this was called the falling leaves moon. And it was a time when Mother Earth was honored. And she was honored through all of the colors of the season. So as all of creation makes their offerings to her, as those leaves fall, they're offerings to her. But they're also portals of power. And many of you have heard me say it so many times, that as the leaves fall, those portals of power to the spirit world, the elemental world, are closing. So nature is busy right now. And there's also spirits that are rising. This is a time where spirits rise. So we want to be aware of all of the miracles of creation that are changing. We want to honor the Earth Mother and the Goddess as our spiritual energies are awakened. And as we notice these colors of change, we become more awakened because we're connecting to nature. This is a month where we're meant to release and adjust how we're embodying our warrior self. So imagine yourself as a warrior, because this is the battle of light and dark. That's what's happening in the spirit world. And a lot of people can see it in the clouds. Some days when it's busy and the clouds are white and gray, look to them and you may see the battle. And it's because, you know, those shadows come out. Our peripheral vision starts getting active. And spirits are looking to feed and attach. Not the good ones. Our ancestors are coming forward as well. But it's important for us during the blood moon to know that this is the time where those monsters come out. The vampires, the energy vampires, the psychic vampires. Okay. I saw somewhere out there that somebody was trying to teach that shadow figures are our ancestors and telling people to invite them into their homes. I'm sorry, but it's horrible. Okay, like horrible. But it's okay. Some people can't believe that. But October and the blood moon represents our 10th moon of creation. And our emotions and our sexuality will go through a change. And it's because, and before, actually it starts before the blood moon. But many women experience a change. They experience a desire, or they feel like it's a sexual need. And that is normal. So if you have experienced some of that, make sure you write that down, what you've experienced. And those who are feeling that are actually on a path to create something new with the energy that is ready to be released. And that will actually take place on the blue moon. So if you have found that you're more excited, like, oh my gosh, Fred is just like Cernunnos to me. Bighorn God, like, I'm just kidding. So if you have experienced any of that, it's important for you to know that that is actually a sign. And it also is for you to take note on how you're doing as far as your relationships, but also your leadership. Okay? The energy of the blood moon to the blue moon is about ourself. Imagine us walking a new journey. We're being prepared for that. November 1st is the new journey. So you're a pioneer. There's also a very strong energy for us to be drawn to being an entrepreneur, because the ideas and the guidance that are coming through represent what spirit wants you to activate in the spring. Okay? As far as us being a warrior, old emotional wounds get stirred up. And this is because this is the time where the wounded healer, or part of our shadows, rise to be healed. And for us to help with these healing abilities for ourselves and others. So whatever rises up this month that you have to heal, that is something that you're meant to use and know. And this is a month of sacrifice, where we have to let ourselves open and trust the universe. And as we do that, the universe will guide us to each event for us to heal and change. So this is actually a month where the universe puts us to work. And as we let go and as we sacrifice the things we don't want for the next year, we connect to events and we can receive answers and abilities to the events that come our way. So all of this together will bring us answers to what we're asking for, or answers to our prayers. And it will teach us that we can use this communication whenever we need it. So October is a month where we want to ask ourselves and reflect what needs healing and what it is that you need to do magic and protection on. This is a month of magic and protection. You need to be aware of energy vampires and other creatures. And because you are drawn to witchcraft, and because you are a lady of the moon, you probably will have a haunting this year. Every year, we get to experience something, and it's fun. So don't fall into fear. But we do need to be aware of spirit, negative and positive. It's important to keep yourself positive and protected when you are out of your house. And you will also may feel shadow spirits. They're strong through this month. And you don't want to attract them. You don't want to attract strange spirits to come home. So just be mindful of the spirit world, but be open to see what it is you're meant to experience. The blood moon's energy is here to inspire us and to align us so that we can fully connect to a soul purpose. And that's why our ancestors come forward. And that's why the veil gets thin. So this month we are meant to mature in some way. We're meant to be responsible about a few things, and you'll know what those are when they arise. But this month is also where it's important for us to take a look at how we take care of our time, because time management is important. And it needs to be aligned. So take a look at your time management and make sure that you book in time for yourself every day. I know what I do every single day at certain times. The other thing is this moon's energy is trying to step you into more of your authentic self. And every time we step into authenticity, we receive more of ourselves. So this month, you will catch intuitive flashes, and it'll be easier for you to get. And that's why we do a lot of divination about the year and our plans and the things that we're going to experience all through the month. If you want to learn more about tarot, your oracle cards, you want more power into them, this is the month to work with them. Pick one every day. Because the energy here is to inspire us, but also give us special talents to guide and help others through this month. So it's important for you to align to the moon's energy tonight. Make sure you look at it because it's trying to give you a new way of thinking. And I call this breakthrough thinking. And it actually is here to remove some kind of conditioned thinking that we all have, or to take that conditioned thinking to a new level. You're a genius. It's going to come out this month. And the reason why is because the human mind and the divine mind, which is a lot of times in opposition, well, because of the planetary influences, that's why they're in opposition. It's not because of us. But because of the planetary influences, the energy of this month is very good for realigning and connecting them. And that's how we're able to receive intuitive flashes. So you want to stay open, tune in, be aware of these. You want to recognize them because there's answers, guidance on everything as soon as they arrive. You also need to use this month to learn how to deal and control any doubts. There is a divine channel happening to everyone. And this channel is, I don't know, people use the word download. So imagine, a channel, a download of energy that's taking place with you. Some of you will feel it in your bones. Some of you will know it's coming in and your gut will feel different. But you want to pay attention to your 5 senses. Which sense is the strongest? Okay? If you know what is your strongest sense, then the opening will be easier for you to connect. And you have to understand that the universe knows how to connect you. So don't worry about, is it going to work? Just try to tune in on that, your strongest sense right now. The energy of the blood moon is preparing us to connect to our soul purpose. And it happens every year. November is normally seen as our new beginning. So what is your ability right now? And what learning is that ability meant to serve? So take a look at the abilities, the things you like, and how can you put that into action? And if you don't know how, be aware once you question that, because people are coming to you. This is the month. People in spirit. And your connection to the goddess should be, it should be like a committed partnership that you have with yourself. The universe, can bring us an event. It can bring us someone who can help us understand or implement our intuitive skills. Or it can be someone that you're meant to help and guide, but receive the answer for. And it can be someone who delivers you intuitive messages, if you're not open enough to hear it. And it's also important to take a look at our shadow work. Embracing our work with parts of our psyche. So we always want to be tuned in. What attitude, what habit, and what emotional wounds are blocking your happiness and stopping the fulfillment of your dreams? That's the type of shadow triggers we're meant to receive this month. Okay? So before we go, and move into the paper and the drinks, I want to do a little spell for us. Okay. And one of the things that I wanted to, I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but the greatest suffering usually comes not from the emotional wound itself, but from the huge amount of effort it takes to sweep it under the rug. And so if we take a look at the last year, and we take a look at all those things we swept over, under the rug, or self-sacrificed ourselves, all of that we want to go. Okay? So tonight we are going to do a banishment of everything that we need to let go so that we can be open to receive, and we want to heighten our light. So I want you to just make sure your feet are flat, and if you have, what do you have in front of you? If you have your wand, if you have a crystal, a stone, something magical, okay? I'm going to hold my wand. And just close your eyes, breathe through your mouth. And if you do have a candle in front of you, you can even watch the candle flame and see if it reacts or dances or what. Okay. God and Goddess, saturate us with universal healing, love, and bright light. Clear from us all the energy that does not serve our highest good starting now. Let our path be shifted into something more positive, something that's protected and even better than ever. We call the divine light, magic, gifts, guidance, and abilities to our ancestors. Our circle of power can banish what we need to go. Guardian towers protect us and align us to our divine purpose and flow. Shady people, dark spirits, negativity, strife, and hardships released. We call upon our magic power and use it to bring us blessings and ease. We know the law, harm none, but do what we please. We call to communicate with our ancestors. We ask for them to listen whenever we say please. So if you want to call your ancestors, always light a white candle through this month. Make your place quiet so that you can listen. And say this. You can call 3 times the name of the person you want to call. But if you just want the ancestors or someone to help you or to bring you guidance, blood to blood, I call to thee. Please come and talk to me. Blood to blood, I call to thee. Please come and talk to me. Blood to blood, I call to thee. Please come and talk to me. So mote it be. And then you take time and listen. And you need to trust that the first thing that comes into your mind is a message. So on the blood moon, we start to communicate. Start talking to spirit, start talking to the universe like it's your friend, like it's your journal or your diary or your to-do list of what you want. Because when we get to the next full moon, the blue moon at the end of the month, right on Samhain, so this is like super powerful. It's not going to be this powerful till like, I don't know, through 2038 or something. Okay. One thing I want you to do is, like I said, every element, we have an ancestor connected to it, ancestral power. And I want you to know that when you stand to the north, when we stand to the north and call our ancestors, just like we do in the circle, the ancestors that come forward are warriors. They can also be ascended masters. They can also be shamans. A lot of people see native spirits come from the north. And we go to the north for balance, for thought, and when we need to master our mind. Okay? When we call the ancestors to the east, we are calling in our inner sage. We're calling spirit of the future, our spirit guide that is ahead of us. And we get illumination from them. They give us insights on the service and the things we need to do to get to where they see us going. And that is actually the sign of the eagle. So east is awesome. Vision is where we go to the east. When we stand to the south and we ask for our ancestors to come, or do what that chant I just did, we will receive, our inner nurturer will rise and come forward. And we will receive a healer from our past. Every single one of us has an ancestral power that is a healer. And that healer will actually come forward to help heal our physical body, even though it's the power of the south. So when we need physical healing through October with our ancestors, stand to the south. When we stand to the west and call our ancestors, they're going to be the ones that are closest to us. So they're going to be the ones that we hold dear in our heart. They're the ones that are also our healers. But we also receive a very powerful energy, and it's called the Thunderbird energy, the Raven energy. So if we see ravens and thunderbirds, that's powers of the West. And there is inner child healing. There is something that is being healed so that you're overcoming fear or doubt or worry. So ravens banish fear and doubt. Okay. Now last month, I'm almost done. Last month, when we were doing our full moon ceremony, the energy of September was to bring us the path of insight. And until we get to Samhain, this month is the path of what's passing within. So we are all going through a death process. The path of what is passing within. And you know, this isn't meant to be depressing. We're meant to be as high as we can in energy and above what is trying to bring us down. That's our magic. That's our command. And that's how we're able to manifest things in the magic spirit world, because we're higher than the energy that we live in. So this is a time where our emotions and reactions, our fate and our knowledge and the ancestors and the spirits and the other worlds are all in play. So we will react in many ways without even knowing. But just know that if things rise up, it's got to go. Just say bye-bye. Okay? And sometimes it's really crazy. Some people have crazier months of release and others, you know, this month was a doozy for me. I'm happy we're in there. Oh. So let's do our papers for the full moon. And I hope you have them, and if you can burn them with me, that's awesome. And if you can't, that's okay. And if you want to share your papers with me, you can. Okay. So I'm going to do one for all of us here. So this full moon, I release for myself everyone in my heart, everyone here tonight. All of this. All negativity and attachments that we know of that needs to go and that we don't know of. So anything that is not in our positive power to be released. And if it can't be released, we call it to be healed. And by the next full moon, I call in healing of the earth for sure. We all need that. But I call in the energy we all need to succeed. I do not want to get dragged down in October. I also release everything else I have written on this paper and call in everything on this paper. Oh yeah, of course. Of course. Oh, so be it. My paper put out my candle. If anyone else wants to share something to release. Where is my? Holy cow, my paper is burning like crazy. See, the gods are like, nice, release, yes.
Mine is also burning like crazy.
Nice, so be it. So be it to all of your papers. And there it goes. Nice burn. I love it, hey? Oh, so be it. And you know, when we're in ceremony, whatever comes into our mind is also in play. So if you're like, oh, I didn't write that down, but you're holding your paper and things are coming to mind, that's all included as well. Okay? And we're that portal of power to release that stuff in this whole realm. It's like we're sucking it all in to get rid of it. So let's have our drink. I bless our drinks so that we all never thirst. May we all never thirst. So be it. I saw that burn. Beautiful burn. That one is important to me. I always have to sip something. And we'll do the blessing of our food. I got pecan pie. Oh, yes, awesome. Good arrangement. Hey, if only we were together. May we bless this food so we all never hunger. May we all never hunger. So be it. Oh, shit. Pardon me.
I was going to ask earlier if someone's fire alarm was going to go off. But I didn't because I thought it was just me hearing stuff. That's funny.
Go off.
You can barely hear it.
Really?
Yeah.
So bright. So loud.
Yours doesn't have a button to push to shut it off?
Yeah. I just worry it's gonna go back off right away. That hasn't happened for a long time. Oh, I remember that used to happen in our apartment building, and we had like 10 units, and it'd be like oh, sometimes 3 in the morning, and you have to have like major sirens in those buildings. Oh,
Mickey? Mickey,
okay.
you said that you heard that somebody might be, a fire alarm was going off?
Fire alarm, and I was like, the boys aren't cooking upstairs, so it's not our house, but everybody else was muted.
Okay, so then you would have heard it from Georgina. Okay.
No,
That's
everybody was
hilarious.
muted, and I well, not Georgina wasn't. She's not muted.
Yeah.
But I heard the sound of a fire alarm, and I was like, I don't hear anything other than just just a silent, almost quiet fire alarm going on in my
See,
ear.
that was an intuitive flash. It
There you
just burnt my house down.
That paper was really flaming.
Yeah, oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to be careful with that stuff. Okay, so let's pull a card and then we'll open the circle. Let's see what kind of card we get for this month. I'm doing those, what are these called? Super Attractor. Ooh, I like to see what I attract. It says so much about you. Let's see. I'm in awe of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. Woo! That makes sense. That's what this month is all about, is connecting to our guidance so we can become more intuitive. So share anything. Okay, if anything's happening, let me know. I swear I got bit the other night. I even woke up with a mark, and Brett said, it looks like a vampire bite. I'm like, well, it's probably a little gnome. I don't know. So I had to clear my house. And
Well,
our dreams are also weird as well.
Georgina,
Yeah.
I actually called out to you to help to guide me on, I think it was Saturday night.
Nice.
I was away, and I told you that I was going away by myself in the woods. And I was meditating, and I had called out to you in my head. That might have been what bit you.
Maybe. I am beast bait. Okay. Let's
Watch
open
out,
the
Georgina. My
circle.
mom's coming for you.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Actually, that is something that we can do. We can always call each other for support wherever we need. And you know, the thing is when we come together every month, we actually create a collective power, right? And there's times where if I'm in need and I know I need that magical help, I focus and I just imagine the moon. And I know that I'm getting the support I need because we are all connected to that. So if you ever feel like you need my support or the support of the circle, you can call upon that and it will be there for you. Okay? Okay. So to the powers of the north, east, south, and west, we thank you for your presence. Go if you must, stay if you will. The circle is open but never unbroken. Merry we meet, merry we part, until we meet again with love in our hearts. So mote it be. Stomp it away. And make sure you take your offerings outside and have fun this month. The blue moon ceremony, I want to do a little quick 3-minute seance. So I think it'll be fun. Okay. Have a great one. Many blessings. Talk soon.